Welcome to Election Recon. It is Monday, October the 12th, 2020, 22 days until Election Day here in the United States. It is 8:50 p.m. on the west coast of the United States, and this is another weekday election update. I'm Josh Whitfield. Thank you for joining us tonight. Not much election news to report today other than early vote is shattering all records across the country. The state of Georgia opening its early voting polling places across the state today. There were people literally in line for 12 hours. All indications are in many states, Democrats are getting the vote out and they're getting it out early. However, that's not the case in every state. The early vote is practically tied in the state of Michigan. It remains to be seen whether or not this is a new wave of unprecedented Democrat turnout that we have never seen before, or if Democrats are cannibalizing their turnout early by showing their strong supporters enthusiasm by voting early. What this does mean, however, with millions and millions voting early, a late October surprise will probably have less of an impact the closer we get to Election Day. And here at Election Recon, we have spent the last 48 hours plugging in early voting data from Target Smart everywhere we can, everywhere it's being reported into our model. And it has made some surprising shifts today. So without any further waiting, let's go ahead and take a look at the state of the race for election 2020, starting first with the presidency of the United States. Taking a look at polling, first, a national general election poll from ABC News, Washington Post. Biden plus 12, 54, 42. A poll from IBD Tip, general election. Biden plus 9, 52, 43. Moving now to state polling. Out of the state of Colorado from KUSA and Survey USA. Biden plus 10, 50 to 40. Out of the state of Nevada from CBS News and YouGov. Biden plus 6, 52, 46. Out of the state of Iowa from CBS YouGov. That race tied 49-49. Out of the state of Michigan, also from CBS YouGov, Biden plus 6, 52-46. Also from the state of Michigan, from the New York Times and Siena College, Biden plus 8, 48-40. From the state of Wisconsin, also from the New York Times and Siena College, Biden plus 10, 51-41. And lastly, from the state of Minnesota, from KAAL-TV and Survey USA, Biden plus 7, 47-40. Now taking a look at the 538 presidential forecast from Nate Silver and 538.com. That forecast has President Trump holding at 13 in 100 or 13% chance to win re-election. Biden up now 86 in 100, 86% chance to win in that forecast. Their projected electoral votes are 348 for Biden, 192 for Trump. Their projected share of the popular vote is 53.5% for Biden, 45.3% for Trump. Taking a look now at the Real Clear Politics aggregate polling of battlegrounds, the comparison of those battleground states from 2016 to today, 2020. Donald Trump taking a big hit here in the battlegrounds. He was at 0.8% on Saturday. Today, he has fallen to just 0.1% better from 2016 to 2020 today in the aggregate polling of battleground states. Taking a look now at the election recon predictive model and the shift in our ratings for states today. We have had 3 shifts in our model today, all 3 in favor of President Donald Trump. The first is Minnesota, from lean Biden to tilt Biden. The second is Pennsylvania, from lean Biden to tilt Biden. And we have had one flip today, Florida, from tilt Biden to tilt Trump. So that is a 29 electoral vote pickup for President Donald Trump in our scoreboard, bringing the election recon predictive scoreboard for the presidency to 279 projected electoral votes for Biden-Harris, 259 for Trump-Pence. In the election recon projected forecast for the election, we now have it 60 in 100 chance that Joe Biden wins the election, or 60%. Donald Trump now 39 in 100 in our model, or 39% chance to win re-election, and a 269 tie remains at 1 in 100, or 1%. Our projected share of the popular vote, Joe Biden 50.8%, Donald Trump 47.0% even. And now moving to the United States Senate. A poll out of the state of Michigan from CBS YouGov in the race between Peters, the incumbent Democrat, versus Jones, the Republican challenger. Peters +3, 47-44, that race within the margin of error. Also out of Michigan, from New York Times, Siena College. Peters, the Democrat incumbent, versus James, the Republican challenger. Peters +1, 43-42, that race within the margin of error. Out of the state of Minnesota, from KAAL-TV and Survey USA, Smith, the Democrat incumbent, versus Lewis, the Republican challenger. Smith +7, 44-37. From the state of Arizona, from Trafalgar Group, a Republican-affiliated organization, in the race between Kelly, the Democratic challenger, and McSally, the Republican incumbent. Kelly +2, 47-45, that race within the margin of error. Out of Montana, from PPP, a Democrat-affiliated organization, in the race between the incumbent Republican Daines versus the Democrat challenger Bullock, that race tied 48-48. Out of North Carolina, from WRAL-TV and Survey USA, in the race between Cunningham, the Democrat challenger, versus Republican Tillis, the incumbent. Cunningham +10, 49-39. Out of Colorado, from KUSA, Survey USA, Hickenlooper, the Democrat challenger, versus Gardner, the Republican incumbent. Hickenlooper +9, 48-39. And out of Iowa, from CBS YouGov, in the race between Ernst, the Republican incumbent, and Greenfield, the Democratic challenger, Greenfield +4, 47-43. Taking a look now at the election recon predictive model and shifting in the ratings for states in our model. There have been two shifts in states today. First, Minnesota, which has moved in the Republicans' favor from likely Democrat to lean Democrat. And second, out of North Carolina, this state a flip. And this is flipped from tilt GOP to tilt Democrat. This leaves the Democrats with one pickup on the day, leaving the election recon predictive scoreboard for the Senate at 51 projected Senate seats for Democrats, 49 projected Senate seats for the Republicans. And now moving to the U.S. House of Representatives. No polling to report today, and no model shifts, no states shifting in our model. However, we can say that quite a few House seats did shift with the addition of early voting data in our model. We're not going to go over all of them tonight, but suffice it to say that with the addition of early voting data in our model, 24 districts moved in the favor of Democrats without a rating shift in our model, and 9 districts moved in the Republicans' direction without a rating shift in our model with the new data. We'll be keeping a close eye on the House moving forward. Therefore, the election recon predictive scoreboard for the House of Representatives stands at 239 projected seats for House Democrats, 196 projected seats for House Republicans. And now, moving to governor's mansions across the United States. No polling and no model shifts today. Therefore, the election recon predictive scoreboard for governors stands at 27 projected governor's mansions for Republicans, 23 projected governor's mansions for the Democrats. Moving now to state legislatures, starting with upper chambers and Nebraska's unicameral chamber. No polling and no model shifts today, leaving the election recon predictive scoreboard at 29 upper chambers in control of Republicans, 21 upper chambers in control of the Democrats. Moving now to lower chambers across the United States. Again, no polling, no shifts in our model today, leaving the election recon predictive scoreboard for lower chambers at 27 projected chambers in control of Republicans and 22 projected chambers in control of the Democrats. And we want to remind you that if you like our show, if you like our content, please like, share, subscribe, and follow us. You can find us at Election Recon on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can follow this podcast, these weekday shorter daily election updates, and our longer 1-hour episodes each Saturday on Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. You can also email the show at electrecon, elect singular, electrecon@gmail.com. Thank you, everyone who has given our show and this project your support so far. We really do appreciate it. Thank you for joining me this evening. This is Josh Whitfield. We will see you tomorrow. Good night.